ceasefire has been declared, but the punishment continues. The guns have fallen silent, the sound of bullets has stopped, and the world breathes a sigh of relief. Finally, a ceasefire between India and Pakistan. But now think for a moment, if the war ends, but the restrictions on a country's lifelines remain intact, can it really breathe easy? Absolutely not. This is exactly Pakistan's situation right now. It may have escaped the battlefield, but every breath is still costing it dearly. Because India has made it clear, despite the ceasefire, the waters of the Indus will not flow freely, trade routes will remain closed, and the visa window will stay shut. This is the story of a Pakistan that may have escaped the damage of military fire, but is now deeply wounded by strategic policies. Today we'll delve deeper into this topic. But before that, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. Let's begin. 10th May, 5 p.m. At the very moment the world saw a faint ray of hope that the shadow of war between India and Pakistan had lifted, India also made it clear that this was merely a ceasefire in terms of military action, not in policy. In other words, the guns may be silent, but strategic strikes will continue. In a statement, India's Ministry of External Affairs said that the ceasefire is a positive diplomatic step, but all the previous decisions taken by India will remain in effect without any changes. Among these decisions, the most significant is the cancellation of the Indus Waters Treaty. After the terrorist attack in Pahalgam on 22nd April, India suspended the treaty. This was the same agreement signed in 1960 between India and Pakistan, under which India allowed Pakistan access to the waters of 3 major rivers. But now, that water will no longer reach Pakistan. The flow of the Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab rivers will remain within India, leaving Pakistan even thirstier. Just imagine a country already grappling with an economic and water crisis. For it, this decision could be devastating. India has taken this step not just with firmness, but also to signal that even water will now flow only under the condition of friendship. Pakistan will neither receive water nor relief. India has clearly stated that this restriction will remain in place until Pakistan takes concrete action against terrorism. The second major blow is the visa ban. After the Pahalgam attack, India cancelled all visas issued to Pakistani nationals and gave them an ultimatum to leave the country within 48 hours. When the ceasefire was announced, many believed that this decision might be reversed. But no. India firmly stated that this decision will also remain in effect until further notice. In other words, India's doors are still closed for Pakistanis. This hasn't only affected ordinary travelers, but also completely frozen cultural and social exchanges between India and Pakistan. Festivals, weddings, literary exchanges, and artistic collaborations, everything is now under official lockdown. Relationships that once bridged distances in moments are now constrained by bureaucratic restrictions. The third blow is the ban on trade. Trade relations between India and Pakistan were already minimal, but whatever little exchange remained was terminated after the attack. Now, no goods will go from India to Pakistan, nor will any come from Pakistan to India. The Attari-Wagha border, where trucks once used to be loaded with goods, is now deserted. Even after the ceasefire, this trade will not resume. Halting trade doesn't just bring economic consequences, it also sends a psychological message that trust has been broken, and until it's rebuilt, there will be no trade, no talks. Through this decision, India is clearly stating that before sitting at the table for dialogue, the ground of terrorism must be cleared. Now, let's talk about the fourth major restriction, the closure of the Attari-Wagha checkpost. This checkpost was once a symbol of connection between the two nations, where the daily flag-lowering ceremony took place, patriotic chants echoed, and people believed that life continued on both sides of the border. But now, that gate too has been shut. No sound, no flags, just silence. And that silence is the biggest warning to Pakistan. The fifth major decision was the expulsion of Pakistani diplomats and embassy officials. India made it clear that these officials must leave the country. This is not just a routine diplomatic move. This marks the beginning of Pakistan's international isolation. When a country's ambassadors are no longer welcome, it means the foundation of diplomatic relations is now standing on sand. The sixth strike was a ban on airspace. India has closed its airspace to Pakistani aircraft. This decision remains in effect even after the ceasefire. The impact has been direct on Pakistan's airlines. They are now forced to take longer routes, burn more fuel, and face skyrocketing operational costs. This restriction not only hurts Pakistan's economy but also limits its international connectivity. The final and perhaps most symbolic decision is the ban on Pakistani social media and OTT content. Now, no Pakistani movies will be watched in India, no comments will be posted on their YouTube channels, and their Instagram reels won't appear on India's trending lists. This move effectively places Pakistan in digital exile, culturally isolating it. India has made it clear that its boundaries are defined not just on land, but also in digital space. Through all these restrictions, it is evident that even though India has paused the war, it has not stopped punishing Pakistan for its actions. This is a strategy of peaceful pressure, where the enemy can be made to bow without firing a single bullet. India has proven that it is no longer the India of the past. Today, it can show toughness on every front, from water to passports, from trade to visas, and from social media to strategic policy. Pakistan must now understand that India's patience has limits, and when that limit is crossed, even peace feels like punishment. So even if there are no bullets flying on the borders today, Pakistan's condition is like that of a wounded soldier, still standing, but no longer fit to fight. No water, no trade, no visa, no embassy, no flights, and not even entertainment. Pakistan must now realize that the real war is still going on, and that war is being fought through India's policies. Will Pakistan learn a lesson from this? Will it abandon terrorism and move toward restoring relations? Or will these restrictions push its economy and society further into ruin? The answer lies in the future, but the message is clear: if you provoke India now, even peace will feel sharp.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.